welcome to my average mic. So, open up my sprinklers, and you notice that I have two zones, 1 and 2, running at the exact same time. So, that means that this zone, that one's not running. It's supposed to be that one that's running. This zone has a leak at its valve box. The valve box is over by the main line. To the right of my yard. I'm going to replace that. So that'll be the next video here. All right, see you on the other side. Alrighty, so zone 2 in my thing won't stop running. So there's two causes of this problem. So find the control box. This is what this is, the control valve for zone 2. That's what if you have this issue where it leaks or continues to run and don't shut off or won't shut off. Find your control box, and there's two things you can do. You can, well, first you got to dig it all out, say we can work in it, right? So that just comes right out, it's just a cover, okay? And then so you have your control lines here, and then you have, I'm trying to so you can see it all. So you have it up, and so on the top here, that is the solenoid. On the bottom here is your control valve. So what I'm going to do is first adjust the solenoid, take that off, see if this is the cause of the problem. Maybe it's too far open and it's letting it leak through. And if it's not it, then I'm going to try to clean the inside of the control valve and see if that's it. If it's not it, then I'm going to replace the solenoid. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm going to replace the valve. So all kind of parts here. That's what you have if the valve is not working, leaking through, or it doesn't access. All right, let's get to it. So I had it a couple times, just a couple times.
22 Chevy Traverse. The Ram that if you saw the video,
subs. Speaking of which, like and subscribe underneath. Come on now. Oh yeah. So that looks pretty clean. A little dirty, but so I'll clean that out, see what it looks like. All right. So what I recognized was, so I cleaned that off. That's clean. That's the control valve. This is the solenoid. So what I recognized on the solenoid, this is the Hunter 24 volt solenoid. So what I recognized here is that they didn't use any Teflon or seal around the screw, and that's where it was leaking at. So it was leaking out right there. So I'm gonna put some Teflon right there onto that. See how that fixes. See if that fixes it. So then that goes like this. Make sure there's no debris in that. I'm gonna start each one just nicely. All right, so that's back on pretty tight. Let's see if I turn this thing on, it will leak. All right, we may have a fix here. Let's see what happens. I gotta do a quarter turn. That's where it was set at. So this was on, it's on and off was directly this way. So now let's go see, I'll turn on zone 2 and let's see if this made the fix. Actually, the sprinklers aren't running now, and they were when I load the sprinkler system. Okay, I seem to fix it. So, all right, so that runs. This is zone 2, or first zone in the lawn. I got garden in the first zone in the lawn. Either way, it's the zone 2. That is no longer leaking. The water hasn't gone away, but it's not filling up anymore. That's a good thing. So, what I did was I took a little silicone and I wrapped it. I put it around just a little bit like silicone, and put it around the bottom of the valve and kind of lubed up the rest of moved the casings around, cleaned out the 2 rubber gaskets that are in there, and now it's not leaking, and now zone 2 is working by itself, which is great. And so we're going to operate and see how well it does and holds with other zones. I just got finished the valve, by the way. Zone 2 is not running with the garden zone running, but because of the pressure, I found a leaky head. So now I'm going to replace the head, but I'm not going to replace the head because the head's not actually leaking. It is this broke, whatever that's called, the sprayer broke. So when this is done running, which is testing the limits now, it'll be done in about a minute. I'm going to take this one off. This is an extra one that we had that I cut out when we built the deck. When we built the porch, I removed a bunch of heads, so I'm going to salvage this head, and all it is a screw on, screw off kind of thing. So let me shut this down and show you. Speaking of which, like and subscribe underneath. Come on now.